All right, I'm ready. I think. Oh, are we recording? Oh, hey, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of the Otakuology podcast. I'm Otaku Mike, here with my co-host Jen Graves. As always, we talk about nerdy stuff, and we have a very, very special guest for you. He's been a friend of ours for quite some time, been doing the Manga Tube scene, fellow creator. We have with us, I like to call him Dendor, because that's what I know him as, but he is now known as Manga Underdog.
Oh
How's it
yeah,
going, Dendor? How's
hell
it going,
yeah,
Dendor?
yeah! I'm here finally. We talked about this for quite a long time.
Yes, we
I I,
did.
I think it has been like not half a year, but it feels maybe even half a year, but it definitely feels like that for me at least.
I think it's been like half a year.
Yeah, probably.
I
Yeah,
mean, you are on the other side of the world, so it is hard to get your scheduling down.
yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Right. Especially
Let
when you
let's
travel.
just say that's the problem, No, kidding. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Do you want to start us, or do you want to introduce yourself, Dendor? Introduce yourself.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, my name isn't Dendor. My name is Manga Underdog, as I go by now. I used to go as Dendor, but yeah, it's not important, so I will skip on. But yeah, I make manga tubing videos. Have been loving manga for quite some long time. A few weeks ago, I came back from a big break. Just needed a little bit of time off, and now I'm back again with full strength, I guess.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. But Jen, do you want to start us off with the first question?
Yeah.
Do you have your questions
Yeah.
in front of you? No? Yes?
So I'm just gonna pick. I like to split it up into different topics and then go from there.
Mm-hmm.
So and then Mike will have a bunch more probably come off of this one, but you have your traveling channel on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
So where was like your favorite place that you've traveled to so far and why?
Oh, okay, we're gonna focus on the travel. Actually, that's quite nice. Um,
We'll jump around.
Yeah, we'll jump around. We'll jump around.
that's so nice, man. I didn't thought we would include that, so I'm definitely pleasantly surprised. But the best country I have been to would probably be actually my most one of my most recent travels. That will be Greece, I guess,
Uh-huh.
because it was such a unique experience. Um, it was probably the first time that I went not alone, but without any family being there.
Mm-hmm.
So that made it kind of special in a way that I was just by myself and with a friend, and we traveled all around the country by bus. So we didn't stay at a single place for longer than 3 days, which made it kind of fast paced, but definitely with a lot of different things to enjoy. And you can just uh, get a glimpse of the whole culture inside of a whole country, which has so many different kind of layers that you just don't know what's happening. But it was just so awesome to experience it that way.
Yeah. Was it ever weird to like do that and know like, hey, this country's like pretty close to you, and like anything that goes on in your country, and seeing how it was kind of different in this other country?
I guess it's like it's close, but it's
Yeah.
like different states, I guess, for American people.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just varies a lot because it's a lot hotter there. So there's definitely a big difference in the weather, and there was a heat wave back then, which doesn't happen around here, which was crazy. And I guess the craziest thing for me was when I came back, is that there were all fires at all the places where we have been, but we skipped all of that. So I guess we were just lucky to be at the right place at the right time.
Right.
But yeah, it was kind of hard to see that the people struggled with that when we came back. of
Mhm.
course, lucky for us, but definitely unlucky for them, I guess.
So you've taken about like a almost a year break off of doing manga content, correct? And
Yeah, I guess.
and solely focusing on the travel channel that you're doing, right?
Um, no, I'm in school actually, so
Uh huh.
this I'm in the last year of
Uh huh.
university to become a primary school teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So I've also been focusing on that. Of
Okay.
course, I want to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I was really burned out
Yeah.
with the whole manga tubing and manga collecting.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I also sold a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some I regret selling, some I don't regret selling. But yeah, for me, it was just kind of natural to go into a break because I knew I would get back into it eventually. I just
Yeah.
didn't know when, so it
Did
just
you
felt right to take a break. I don't know.
did you ever go with like through like withdrawals of any kind? Because like you wanted to like make content or anything like that, or like read manga. Because it seems like you cut off cold turkey, from what I've heard, almost.
Um, I think I don't really understand what you're
Like
saying.
did you feel like the need to like create manga content videos while you're
Uh,
away?
the biggest problem, I guess, for me was that I wanted to do something different
Uh
than
huh.
what the rest is was doing. Something
Yeah.
um, because I really like I like. There's some people who like the filming part and
Uh huh.
then the showing what they got part, but I really like the editing part.
Uh huh.
I'm a big nerd when it
Mm,
comes to
yeah.
video editing. I really like that part.
Yep.
So for me, I guess the fact that I couldn't get real creative with it
Uh
anymore,
huh.
and not knowing how to, you know, become something else than what everybody else is doing. I guess
Hmm.
that for me was the biggest case why I took a break. You know.
And you wanted to use your creative, your
Yeah, I
Creative
wanted.
outlet.
Yeah,
creative
just
outlet to do something else. That's what I was gonna
Right.
say.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah,
I have to say, I've liked a bunch of those travel videos that you've done so far. I thought
yeah,
they're very well done.
yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
Took a lot of work. The only problem that I came run into myself is
Uh
that
huh.
the lenses that I used on my camera, because I only had one at the time,
Uh huh.
couldn't zoom enough for what I wanted to do. So
Uh
that's
huh.
why I invested a little bit of money into some camera lenses now. And I believe that in about, because I can't stop from school, um, in about 5 weeks I will be going to Paris with my little sister. So that's
Oh,
definitely
cool.
something cool that's in the
How
planning.
how many countries have you been to so far on your journey through, uh, going to all these places?
For now, five, like
Uh huh.
solo travel and traveling with friends.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But throughout my, my life, I've been to, I guess, 14, 13 countries, something like that.
Mhm.
That's a lot.
Do you
Yeah.
think your travel channel was as well received when you started that as your Manga Tube one originally?
I don't know. I think it's easier for friends to get into,
Yeah.
uh, people just like that kind of content more in general. I mean, it's kind of not nichey. I guess the whole manga tubing thing is pretty nichey. So it's a lot easier for my friends to get into, and they actually enjoy them a lot. So that's also really nice to hear because you get some other kind of feedback from your friends.
Uh,
That's
So
yeah.
on your travels, did you ever like run into somebody that was talking about anime or manga or something and you were like, I'm gonna jump in that conversation too and talk to them about it?
Uh, that actually no, that didn't happen. No, 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 no. That's quite a
Okay.
shame actually. But I guess it's because you're going from place to place, so there wasn't really any time for that, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
But I did met a girl in Greece, which I later on met up with in Italy. and she's coming to the Netherlands in a few weeks, and then we'll meet up again. So that's pretty cool.
That's
Cool.
awesome. Y'all are going to be like traveling buddies.
Oh, I don't know about that, but
So the other thing that I had on the traveling subject is doing that. Have you found anything that you really like that you would kind of make into a hobby from any of your travels? Like maybe something that isn't common around where you live or something like that?
I don't know. But while traveling, I always like to go to a souvenir shop
Yeah.
and then just get something from that country, even though it's probably made in China, but
Right.
and it's something related to that country. So I will buy that, and actually in my bookcase right now I have a little bit of a shrine, where there's all kind of different statues and license plates and stuff like that from different countries. So I really
Oh, that's
like
awesome.
to collect stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, on your travels, did you ever run into any like manga that was published in other countries, like
Ooh.
stores or anything like that?
I actually want to play off of Mike's real quick. Did you ever walk into a bookstore and be like, "Oh, here's Bleach in a different language. I think I might pick this up."
Oh, actually, yeah, like I said, it's just as yeah, it's really boring because I don't want to
Yeah.
lie to you guys about
Yeah.
it because I didn't really get the chance
Yeah.
to do that because it was just so fast paced, and while
Mhm.
filming and getting something to eat for yourself, deciding what to eat at night,
Yeah.
and also deciding what you wanted to sightsee that day,
Mhm.
there really wasn't that much time to go to bookstores and stuff like that. Although there
Yeah.
was when we went to a hostel in Greece in Thessaloniki, and in the room where we were staying, there were a bunch of Blackbeard posters and One Piece posters and stuff like that. So that was really cool.
Oh goodness.
And when we went to Luxembourg, and actually I have a story about that on my Instagram. We came through a big tunnel, and inside of that tunnel they all had different kind of artworks, and on one of those artworks there were all panels of One Punch Man, so that was pretty cool.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Mm,
So
I will send it to you guys.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
I want to see that. That sounds cool.
Oh yeah, and we can repost it through our Instagram so that other people can see that and come follow you through that as well.
That will be good.
So you mentioned that like stopping and getting food. Was there any like new food at one of the countries that you went to that you were like, we don't have this where I'm from, but it was really good?
We do have most things in the Netherlands, I guess, but it's just the quality is just worse. When I get a pizza in Italy, it's better in Italy. But there's
Yeah.
something that I really don't eat in the Netherlands because I don't like it, and that is gyros. I don't know if you know that, but
No, what's that?
it's like some kind of
Euros.
yeah,
Oh, euros. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just some kind of kebab, and
Yeah.
I don't like that in the Netherlands. I don't know. They don't really get the taste quite right. And when I went to Greece, holy crap, it was so awesome.
That's what I was going to ask because I know they do a lot of good euros in Greece and Turkey.
Yeah. So it's like €2, and but sometimes I have multiple a day.
Oh no!
I gain like yeah, I don't know, 5 pounds, I guess, something like that,
Yeah.
in just 5 days of travel. It's
Oh my
crazy.
gosh! It was a good thing you were running around a lot then, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was definitely a good thing. At the first day, I already had blisters up to my ankles, I guess. So no,
Yeah.
it was blister season, but yeah, it was really fun.
So, what has it been like for you getting back into the Manga Tube scene? How has that been for you?
Up till now, it's actually kind of good because um, I've only been back for like 2 weeks now, so it's not that I've been back for a long time. but I was testing out new things, and the response to it is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not like people commenting on it or anything, but I can see it in my watch time that it always used to be around 20%, and now it's 50, 60, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's actually a lot
Right.
higher than it used to be. Also, I've been testing out with shorts on YouTube,
Uh-huh.
which is something that I feel like most manga tubing channels still need to discover or something.
Hmm.
But uh, my first short video got like 500 views or something
Oh,
in one
wow.
day, so that was pretty awesome. And I've already made one for next Tuesday. So yeah, I'm
Wow.
kind of
Awesome.
testing with that, and to see if there's an audience for that, and also if people who don't want to check out the normal videos
Hmm.
still want to subscribe, for the shorter
I
videos.
don't think I've ever seen the shorter videos. How do you end up doing those?
Oh, it's
Is it
actually, I actually thought it would be really easy, but you make a video
uh-huh.
in a format of, yeah, I don't know. I guess they use 90/20 or
Uh-huh.
180p or whatever.
Hmm.
But you make it smaller, so 180, for example,
Okay.
and then you make it the video less than a minute
Oh,
long,
wow.
and then in your titles you do you can do hashtag manga haul, hashtag blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You take hashtag shorts, and then it will automatically make it into a short. So
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
That's cool. I didn't know they started doing that.
Yeah, it seems kind of like a blooper moment.
mhm.
Or like
So
TikTok.
yeah, so
Mhm.
uh, you coming back and everything, and like you said, for 2 weeks, have you noticed any changes with Manga Tube since when you stopped before versus now?
Yeah, I think the biggest change for me has been that some of my friends are away. The people who used to be putting out a lot of content, have been away. Like East Coast Manga, Alias has been away, Northern Soul Reaper, and those were like the people that I really vibed with them quite a lot.
Right.
Especially Alias, because we did the whole manga
Hmm.
stream together, of course.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I guess in the people who I found most relevant aren't there anymore, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or at
This
least
is
they are also taking a break because they also feel kind of burned out or have different stuff going on in their lives.
Elias is
That's
still in school
Yeah,
too.
true.
just
Yeah.
just like me. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. But
Yeah.
I think he has something like a post. How do you say that? Like when you got hit something with something and on your
Oh,
head,
I
and
don't know.
you have a post concussion syndrome or
Oh,
something.
okay. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah. Yeah, and Elias had that I think that happened like a few years ago and it was still giving him uh
Headaches.
trouble, yeah.
Yeah. So he's been struggling with that, which I didn't know actually. So
Hmm.
Yeah.
we talked about it pretty briefly, and yeah, I didn't know that he was going through such things. And yeah, I kind of wished I did, because I feel kind of bad for not letting or telling him something like I hope you're doing well and stuff, because I just ghosted everyone. So I kind of went
Right.
away, and
I mean,
and
sometimes you just need that break. You just need to
mhm.
pull the plug when it comes to social media.
Yeah,
You
for
know.
sure. But when somebody's going through that, which is a lot harder than what I went through, it's
Yeah,
always nice to have someone telling you it's going to be fine, and I will be there.
that is
Right.
true as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, so talking about that, was there anybody when you came back that you were happy to still like see was around?
Oh, Justin, for sure. Justin, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I've been because the first one I did the stream with, of course, was Justin. So I've been meaning to talk to him for a few weeks now, but I really want to get in touch with him again because he's just such a nice
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been doing some really cool stuff. Because I saw he did recently. He did the what was it? The manga?
Yeah, the con stack.
Yes, the
Yeah.
con pro tag for collecting or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I watched that and I saw you did it as well.
Hmm.
And I was like, oh, I gotta go watch it because I haven't seen anything from Justin in quite some time.
Yeah.
And he's somebody I always try to keep tabs on.
Yeah, for sure, because he's
Yeah,
just such a nice guy.
yeah,
Also, I have this guy, Leo, but he's only on Instagram. But I
Mm.
really dig him. We've been talking, I think, with from everyone on Instagram, I've been talking to him the most because he also has a passion for photography and
yeah.
filming. So we have
That's
a lot
cool.
in common. So,
That's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So speaking of the stream that you used to do,
mhm.
are you ever gonna bring that back in any capacity?
uh, I,
Maybe. No.
I think I want to bring it like back, not in the amount of how many times we did it each
Yeah.
week. You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of stressing, you know, because I'm on the other side of the world, like you said.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's always, oh, who do we need to get? And actually, I wanted to involve everyone in it, so it was always that I wanted to have someone new on the street.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah.
I always thought it was cool that you were able to bring so many people together.
Yeah,
You
it's
know.
actually
That's true.
something that probably also came because oh, I'm sorry, I'm
Oh,
sneezing.
it's fine.
But it was something that Justin had thought of
Hmm.
himself at the time. And
Yeah.
me personally, I had the same idea as him. So it was kind of strange where I was talking to him like, yo, you know, I want to do this. And he was like, oh, I've been dying to do that, but I just don't know how. So I
Yeah.
was like, well, I'll figure it out, and then maybe we can do it together because it's always nice to go do something together.
Yeah.
And then when Justin just suddenly disappeared because of all the drama, it was up
Hmm.
to me and Elias. I asked Elias, and he was like, "Yeah, I want to do that," and it was up to us to continue that. But
Well, I think y'all were able to pick up the pieces and turn it around and
That's true.
do a good job on it.
yeah,
Was
yeah, because it didn't feel like a surrogate replacement or something.
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
Elias brought his all, and it was nice to see. I guess us all grow in the whole process of doing that because
Yeah.
if I look at the first one and then at the last one, it feels like just 1,000 times more natural,
Yeah. You start to get more
Yeah.
comfortable with it and talking
Well,
and stuff.
and I think part of like even whenever me and Mike were on there and just getting to interact with some of those people
Hmm.
that it influenced me and Mike a little bit, especially even with the podcast right now and being able to do the interview type things and have people know other people that we're actually talking to and everything like that, and then coming down the line and being an outlet for having new guests on all the time and people coming on and saying, oh, I listen to this person, I want to be friends with that person,
Hmm.
and being able to message you and know like where they can follow you and kind of support it. So I feel like Otakuology's given me and Mike kind of that outlet as well of being able to have other people view all the cool people that we know.
Yeah, and I guess the whole thing with the stream is people don't tend to, go back to it and listen to the whole stream again. But with a podcast, it's a whole different kind of
Yeah.
perspective that you will tap on because people will just play it in the background and then just listen to it. And that's what I really like about what you guys are doing. And also that you have so many platforms to do it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
And
maybe you should start a podcast, Indoor.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would listen to you.
yeah, because I
You
have
can
such a
call it.
beautiful voice.
You can
Yeah,
call it.
right. Yeah.
You can call it
You
the. You can call it
you
Dan's Fest.
Elias and Justin just do a podcast together,
Oh yeah, that will be awesome. But it's
Yeah.
so much going on with my life right now. I don't
Yeah.
see
Well, I
any.
mean after all that stuff is over in your life.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's but actually, because I don't know who I texted. I guess I texted Justin like, I want to do it again. Sometimes, and he was like, yeah, I will be down to it. So there's definitely something coming in the near future, but I don't know enough to tell anything about it yet.
That's
Yeah.
always good to hear that there's a possibility y'all might come back because
It's
I thought all y'all worked well together.
Yeah, but I don't think it's a possibility. It's just something that's coming, but we
Yeah.
don't really have figured it out yet.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll work out eventually at some point.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Right.
So,
right.
and I know we talked a little bit about it before we actually hopped on the stream, just catching up and whatnot. For any listeners out there of what I'm talking about. But, it's a lot really kind of getting out of that. And like you said, with drama and everything and it taking it out of you, and I had Mike, hey, you can do this. Yeah, we can do this. Yeah, and it was insufferable because Mike was paying the ass with it. And was like, hey, like I love podcasting with you or whatever, like streaming and he goes, we can do that, let's find a different outlet. And seeing from where it was when we first started, because I was completely like not in the mindset for that, to now doing that, and like I carry a bunch of the cards around with me for our podcast and hand them out, or like if I go to a bookstore, I'll like slide them in some of the books and just different stuff like that.
That's
and it's
smart.
kind of oh yeah, there was one, if you watched on my story way back when, there was one, and every time I went to the store, nobody bought it, and so I could walk up and I'd flip it open, I'd be like, oh, there's the card, it's still there, and I'd put it back.
Oh yeah, oh, that's actually some really good advertisement,
Yeah. So, I mean, just I'd pick out some random manga and I'd put it in there, and
it's so freakishly smart,
almost all my brothers, if they go off somewhere, or friends or whoever, I gave them all a stack so that they can have it. And I mean, the good thing with the podcast that we have now is, especially with me and Mike, whenever like we had our first idea for our cards and everything coming out, after I had already put the order in, an hour later we were already talking about how to improve them and make it better, and after those come out, how to make those ones better. And like, so it's like a progressive idea that we can just keep going with over and over and over again as we keep going.
Yeah, I really liked your avatar and the whole logo that you guys have, because it's something that, like, especially like in the early days, I remember your the photo you used on YouTube, which wasn't something made for you personally, so it looked a little bit off. But this is just so concrete. It's definitely you guys, especially if you know you guys, you just see you, and that's so super awesome.
I have it I have a bumper sticker of myself on the back of my car.
That's so
and it's weird when I get out of my car and they look at my sticker and then look at me, and I guess they make a connection. I don't know. Sometimes I get weird looks.
Yeah, but you could probably.
That's what I wondered too. Because like one of my parents' cars and my car and one of the other cars all have one of our bumper stickers on it. And I'm like, when people drive behind us, and we see an increase in views for a little bit, I'm like, I wonder if somebody checked that out from my bumper sticker or not.
That's so dope, man. That's so smart. I actually wonder because I don't do this. You guys know I have the t-shirt, right?
Yeah.
I never wear that to school or anything. But I wonder if when I would wear that, then people would notice,
Yeah.
But if I would get if I would get any weird looks, like this guy, his ego must be, through the roof, because he's having a shirt of himself, It's
yeah. Oh man, just try it out one time, it works.
Just do it one time, Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I will, and I will definitely tell you guys about it then. But
I also use that as like an outlet too, because I think we have 4 different kinds of art pieces. And I mean, there was a time where I'd see an artist do a piece of art. I go, hey, can I get a commission from you? I really like that art piece. And they'd make one and send it to us. And then I'd see somebody else and I'd ask another person for it.
I guess the best art piece you ever got was from me, right? That was the best art piece, right?
Yeah.
No.
I don't remember that.
But,
I remember vividly what you told me. You told me, why does Jin look Chinese? That's the only thing you said, buddy.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's when I asked.
I don't remember like the picture. Like
That's when I put the picture out of me and Grayson. I asked if people would do art pieces for it.
And
Yeah,
you told
look-
me, like, why is
you
he
look-
looking Chinese? That was the
you-
only thing you said. You know, I worked hours on that, and you were like, why is he looking Chinese?
he did have he did have some squinty eyes.
hey,
Yeah, for
maybe
sure.
Dindor envisioned me to be Chinese. But yeah, I mean, we had our one of the artists on that did our stuff for one of our things for us, Chai B, that we already did an interview episode for, and that was one of the other things that I kind of wanted us to have as an outlet instead of just manga doing the podcast, is being able to get all this different nerdy stuff. So artists and cosplayers and
Yeah, because I also saw you guys having some TikTokers on, you know, and just talking about the TikTok manga community, which was also pretty.
yeah.
That was interesting. That was an interesting experience.
Yeah, Gabe the Babe.
Gabe the Babe was interesting. Yeah.
Gabe the Babe.
Yeah,
And I mean, so it's really opened up our outlet for being able to talk to people too, because now it's just not Manga BookTube.
Yeah. So do you guys have sorry if I may ask a question? I don't know how this goes normally.
Sure.
But do you guys actually, you know, how do you say that? Keep in touch with the people that you talk with, or is it just they come on? And,
We keep in touch with them. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
We'll support like their art or, you know, whatever it is that pops up and try and do that. You know, Papa Weeb was one of them, and he's a really good friend of the podcast and to me and Mike in general. And so we just,
yeah, well, you know, like Jingres, you were one of the first ones to actually say, like, well, check out Dandor back in the day, like, you know, you were actually the first one to do that. And I was like, oh damn, this is so awesome, because you really give people like a chance to contribute, you know. And,
right.
We still keep up with everybody who we have on the podcast, and we still like promote and share their stuff.
Yeah,
on our personal pages and stuff.
We have one that we have to go back and do a review for.
If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
But it was already friends that we had from gaming and stuff already, so it wasn't like that big of a deal. But we'll have them back on. But that's kind of the other thing too, is like everybody kind of has a special thing with doing the interview episodes.
Yeah,
as so well, you know.
They all have like a personal something to add, like different than manga.
Yeah, and we
right.
Yeah. Okay. So that's just in common, actually, something that I'm just interested in.
It's harder with the app that we use because he doesn't have a computer, so it's harder. So we might do like a special episode and like put it through like what was that one we used to use?
Yeah, you know, I don't remember which one I used with the duck. You probably
was it Ustream? Was it was Ustream? Yeah, we might do a Ustream thing and maybe do it live or something like that. You know?
Oh yeah.
Because this app doesn't work well with like cell phones at the moment.
Which, I mean, we could do that too. And then
I tried to open it through my
strip the audio out of it,
but it didn't work. No.
Yeah.
Because we could do that and just strip the audio out of it and, you know, put it back in through the system.
That's true. Yeah.
But I mean, and that's another good thing. Like Mike said earlier, I think it would be really cool for you to do a podcast too, because I think it does take a lot of pressure off instead of being a live stream person.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, oh, I don't have to get all made up, you know, if I want to.
If you say something stupid, you just edit it out, you know?
Well, that's true too. Most of the time we just leave it in, so.
Yeah, most of the time we just leave it in.
Yeah, but I really like the fact that the audience could participate, you know.
Well, what was that thing on the last thing we recorded earlier that you said? And I was like, Mike, I didn't hit the stop button yet. And you said it right at the end, and I was like, oh, somebody's gonna listen to this and be like, what the fuck?
I'm not gonna say it because they have to go listen to that episode.
You know,
I can't remember what he said, but it was hilarious, and I was like, I didn't hit the stop button yet, Mike. And he was like, oh. And he was like, that's fine, we'll leave it in there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, you get a bunch of different things, and it's really good. I mean, especially building off of the whole like the quarantine stream and everything of getting to know like the people that you pod with and all that. I mean, I think me and Mike get to the point like we'll say something stupid or fucked up, and we'll be like, just leave it in. It doesn't matter. Somebody will laugh at it.
Yeah, probably.
If not, I laughed at it. You know.
But it's also with the. I feel like it was kind of the same with the whole streaming, that you could adjust your questions to the person that is coming, because I remember Mike coming on and I only had questions about Monster Girls and stuff.
Thanks for pigeonholing me.
Hold on. So, we send each other like our questions ahead of time. So, Mike, what's question 8 on your question sheet?
Dindor, who's your favorite monster girl?
I knew you would say that. If I've never read a whole series about monster girls. I don't get the appeal. But if I would have to choose, then of course it's Yorichi from Bleach.
Okay.
I knew it.
I mean, you can't go wrong with that. That's not a bad choice.
Oh, that's a good choice. You know it.
I mean, everybody needs a Nico girl in their life.
I'd rather have a real girlfriend, but that's not working out. So
It's not working out. So I'll get one of those big body pillows that has the Yuichi on it.
For sure.
Oh man.
What?
Okay, I see Mike already all jealous, when I come with that body pillow, I made a body pillow review and Mike be like, I want that.
Man, body pillows are so expensive.
It'd be really bad if you took it with you when you went on your travels. And it was like you sit there like hugging her or whatever. Yeah, me and my girlfriend out on the town.
I was at a convention one time, and this guy was carrying around a body pillow, and it was the body pillow from the snake girl from Monster Musume, and it was life.
Mia?
Yeah, but it was life sized. It was a life sized body pillow, and it was like he had it wrapped around him. And was just walking around with this big ass body pillow.
Yeah, I don't get the appeal, but
it was like
that's weird as hell.
It was long. It was like 20 to 30 feet long. It was big.
Oh my god!
Hey, you have to be careful, Jin, because maybe the guy who's Mike's talking about is listening. The possibility is there.
Hey, if that guy's listening, he just needs to email us so we can get him on the podcast.
Yeah.
I would definitely be like, I need to know more about this pillow.
I went and looked up the pillow after the fact, and it was like a $400 pillow.
Holy shit!
Oh it's a big pillow.
Well, I mean, that's the other thing that I have to question is if you're going to carry around a big pillow like that. Like, it has to cost a pretty penny. And why would I want to bring that out of the house in fear of, like, somebody ripping it or whatever?
Or
he took it and, like, wrapped it around, like, a 12-seat table. Like, it was that big. Like, it fit on all, 12 seats.
God.
It was huge.
And, like, do you even have that kind of bed,
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah. The thing was long. I personally don't need a life-size body pillow.
I mean,
but do you do you need any of, like, do you need manga? No. Do you want it? Yes. So, is there a part of you that wants it, or is it just
No? I have a wife. So
I need it.
So maybe you can make a body pillow of your wife,
I mean, that would be true, but she would probably get creeped out about it.
Ah! I don't know. I remember a
what if
certain
she-
video
what if
about
she-
a certain doll that's get inflated or something.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
I totally forgot about that video.
Becky,
But I didn't.
right?
R.I.P. Becky.
That was the first time like I thought this guy has to be like, weird, so I like him.
Oh my god, for sure.
That was everybody was making manga content and then suddenly I see like goodbye to this.
Goodbye to the blow up doll, Becky.
And I was like, what the hell is this? And then I opened it and it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That
So
maybe
you guys
that-
also have a
maybe
Discord?
that video needs to come out of hibernation.
It's still up.
Is it?
Yeah, I just forgot I even had it. Yeah, it's still up.
All right, so anybody listening to the podcast right now, go check out Mike's YouTube channel. Look up R.I.P. Becky. Have a good life.
No, we don't have a Discord to answer your question.
Okay.
We do not have a Discord. We stay far away from Discords.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's one of those things that there was a little bit of a weird thing with, and whenever it happened, we were kind of like, well, we don't want to make a Discord because that's how like people hide behind their comments, and then if you get caught, people get all freaked out about it.
Mm.
So
It's
we
to
just
avoid all of the drama that you have been
Yeah, so we tend to like
Right.
just if you want to comment, you can message us like privately, or you can like email
we
us.
just got more of the if you try and start anything, we prefer you to do it out in the open. That way, people know you called us out first, not behind the shadows or whatever.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, but I'm a lot of questions. Jen, do you have any more left? Yes, no.
Yeah, tons.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. So, what is Mike's favorite monster girl, Dindor?
How the hell should I know? Since the last time since I've been on, they've probably told me that. But I feel like it has changed since then. It has changed. Okay.
The answer is D. All of the above.
He has like a harem. It's not even one girl.
Right.
It's multiple.
Right. Okay, so follow-up question. What do you think his wife would say about his monster girl harem?
What is wife would say about all of these monster girls?
Yeah, what would
I don't
his
know.
wife say about all?
She's probably pissed because he definitely gives a lot more attention to those monster girls than his wife.
Oh no! Shots fired. Called out.
Although fun story, short little story. I had one of them like out on like our dresser,
Mm-hmm.
and my wife walked by and she's like, "What the hell is that?" And she picks it up and she like flips through it and she's like, "I didn't know you had this kind of manga on your shelves." And I was like, "Well, obviously I do. You're not very observant on what manga I buy."
No,
Oh my
it's
God.
like 90% of that and then 10% not.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm dying.
I think it was when I got the Monster Girls encyclopedias. She fully like knew like
Yeah, things
Like-
went south from then. Or
yeah. She was
Right.
like, "What the fuck is this?" I was
I
like,
re-
it's
I
an
really-
encyclopedia.
I really think that me playing Fortnite cushioned the blow with her and me, because I feel like whenever I sent you those, she was like, "That son of a bitch, I'm gonna kill him." Sending my husband these. And then since I played Fortnite with her, she's like, "Oh, okay. My husband's just weird. Jacob's okay."
True story.
So
True story.
True story, bro.
No cap.
it
Yeah.
is. So Mike got me into Fortnite, and then his wife and me just keep playing Fortnite all the time. And I'm like, at some point I want to get out of this and stop playing it or whatever. And it just hasn't happened yet. So I'm like, oh my god.
I don't even play it anymore.
That's true.
I don't know. I feel like most of us game, but I don't, so I can't really talk about that.
It's fine. No big deal.
Hey,
do you wanna?
You could always play the Mike. What was that one we reviewed like a couple weeks ago?
Oh, the manga simulator game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like already like weird as fuck,
It was.
Oh, it was.
It was weird.
Was weird as fuck.
It was weird, but it was fun.
Okay. So what I already regret asking this, but what is this game about?
It's about making manga.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like.
Oh no! Stay away from the dark side, Dindor. Don't play.
You can get it on like your phone. You don't have to play it like on a console. It's like you can just download it for like $5. And you just make so manga
bad.
and stuff. And
It's so bad.
Yeah, but is it like
it's so bad?
Like do you actually feel the struggle that like
yes,
goes through?
yes,
3 hours of
sometimes.
sleep.
Yes, sometimes yes.
Smoking cigarettes just to cope with the pain,
Yeah,
definitely not.
Yeah, no cigarettes. But I did go to the hospital a couple times.
I don't know. I avoid gaming. Like it's just such a time-consuming hobby.
Yeah, that might be like people on the outside. People playing the game. Oh man, I'm done with another pack of cigarettes. How did I die in the game? Dang it! That's not even an option.
Yeah, but you want to wrap this up? Dindor, plug your stuff.
Plug your stuff. No, I don't mind. I can go all night.
All night.
All night long. For me, it's night, by the way, guys.
Yeah. Aren't we glad that there's a time difference?
I can go till I'm tired. Let me rephrase that. But I don't know if you guys have something more to talk to.
I ran out of questions.
Is Jen laughing or crying? I don't know.
Oh, laughing. It'll probably just circle back around to Monster Girls at some point with Mike. So, but yeah, I mean, where can people find you, Dindor? Or sorry, Manga Underdog.
On YouTube, if they type that name, then I think they will be fine. Actually, both.
What was the name of your other channel?
It's Earth Cadet.
I wanted to say Captain Planet, but I thought that was wrong.
No, that's wrong. Definitely wrong.
And you have your Instagram too, right?
Yeah, but it's the same for both. So and there's always links there. So
yeah, we'll put links in our podcast for your stuff.
That's nice.
So people can find you and check out your content.
You guys are such two big giant sweethearts,
I try, but I've been cracking a lot of jokes because Mike's supposed to come up here in a couple months, and I've already been cracking jokes that now I won't be able to see him on equal terms anymore because looking at each other.
You guys are going to meet each other, like
yeah. So we're gonna meet each other. But looking at each other from a screen, you kind of imagine you all are about the same height all the time, and then when people actually meet, you're like, oh shit, I didn't know you were so short.
Hey, I'm 5'8". That's normal, okay?
You're 5'8"?
Yes.
I believe that's. I don't know. It's like we have a different kind of metric system. I have to. Yeah. But I believe that's not even that high.
Yeah, it's not even 60.
Let me check.
6 would be 60 for you.
6
foot.
5'8". I'm going to check in like centimeters.
Because it would be,
dude, you're like 3, like you're like a toenail longer than me.
See, that's tall.
Oh no, I'm bigger.
Dindor saying he's like 5'9".
No, yeah, I'm 5'9". Oh,
Goodness.
no, I'm between 5'8" and 5'9".
Oh, okay. So you're like 5'8.5".
Yes.
Oh, well, I'm a lot taller than both of y'all, so
Yeah, you're huge. You're like 6'9", right, or not?
no, I'm 6'3".
Oh, that's not that
Yeah,
big.
Yeah,
six
that's
two,
not
six
that. That's
three.
not that big. That's a midget.
Whatever. You said 8.
Oh,
That
that's
means
actually pretty
that
large.
means that means
I
I'm
don't.
7 inches taller than you.
That's
You know,
short.
you know that your guy's system like completely sucks. It's like the worst. Like for real. I've found somebody in America who has made a rant about your whole metric system and then compared it to us, thinking that ours was crazy. But in the end, he turns our way and he's like, "Yeah, your guys' metric system makes totally sense because you also have yards and stuff and all that nonsense." Like we have 100 centimeters, then 100 centimeters is 1 meter. Then we get into kilometers. It's like it makes
Yeah.
sense.
Right.
To you,
I think people were drunk when they made it.
Like yours, you mean, or mine? Like your metric system or ours?
yours.
Okay. Uh, ah!
Metric
You know,
system fight, go!
it's two against one, but it actually I think it's easier to
Oh
learn our
no!
metric system than yours.
Oh no! Not for
I,
me. You know, my
and I know.
brain functions. My brain functions where I have to learn both of them. So that's why I was like, oh well, Mike's like, you know, a little under like 80 or 60
Yeah,
meters. So I mean, you know, like my brain starts functioning both ways, and I'm like, fuck.
yeah.
Now I got to think about it both ways.
So what do you think is like the best one? So when did we
I don't
actually
know.
decide to go this way? you know.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Well, it's okay, man. It's
But
okay.
yeah, so you know, stay tuned. Next this coming February, me and Mike are supposed to meet each other in person.
No, that's dope.
You're the first to learn about it.
Yeah,
I'll be the shorty. Well, you're the first to learn about it so people listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
So,
But
well,
I was under the assumption that you guys had already met, like for reals, because you guys are like so close, you know.
yeah,
No.
no, I've met Bizarre, but I haven't met anybody else.
Oh, you have met Michael. Oh, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
Michael came down and spent the night, spent a weekend at my house.
That's so dope. But I feel like he will go like to the world for like everybody. I feel like
I would,
he's literally too kind for this world, you know.
yeah, right.
Yeah, like for
I'd
sure.
I'd come meet people. You'd be like, "Hey, uh, is Danny here? Danny, there's an American guy out there for you."
Did Sasquatch just come over?
Yeah, they. You know, if you guys were like if on my front door, my parents would be like, "What is this?" Because they
Wait,
couldn't comprehend what's happening
are you giving out our address out again?
to all these strangers. No.
Who's this Dindor they keep
Right.
talking about?
Yeah, you know, there was once a plan that I would meet up with like somebody from the Netherlands, but it didn't come through
Yeah.
because he was doing the whole, also the manga tubing and whatnot. But I hadn't done it longer. But he was like way bigger than me at a certain point, and
Uh,
I don't want to trash talk, but I didn't really get why. But
yeah. Oh,
shit
I mean,
happened.
I'm really surprised that Mike hasn't met hardly anybody because you know it almost seemed like most of the people that were in Manga Tube or Instagram or anything that about 50% of them all lived in Texas.
Oh, for real?
That's what it seemed like.
Oh yeah, I don't know, man. I believe just America as too big for one country. That's the only thing I know about it.
Yeah. So
and that your president is nearly dead, but that's a whole other issue, I guess.
our new one or our old one?
Yeah, your new one.
Who knows anymore?
I mean, he could be like dead, and we don't know it. We don't know.
That's true. He could be on ice.
Yeah,
he could be like Walt Disney. So, but guys listening out there,
thanks for coming on, Dindor.
You can find Manga Underdog on his YouTube channel, or under, you said Earth Ranger.
I will.
Earth Cadet.
Arigato.
Earth Cadet.
Domo arigato. Or Earth Cadet. And you can find him on both of those on Instagram as well. But as always, guys, thanks for listening to another episode of the Otakuology podcast. We will catch you later on. As always, see you next Tuesday.
Thanks for listening.
I was waiting to see if Mike was going to say anything because,
Yeah, it's his.
Thanks, Dindor, for staying up late to talk to us.
Yeah. All right.
It's 10:30. It's not, but okay.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.